Yo, 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 333, what's going on? What's going on? You on here? What's going on? Let me show y'all boys my altar, yo. I got a dope ass altar. Can I switch this bitch around? It's my altar, yo. Shit's fire as fuck. Got all my stuff as a kid. It's my This shit's my garden. I got all these fucking people trying to call me and shit when I'm trying to do something. When I'm trying to do something spiritual, everybody be trying to call me or spams be trying to call me. Y'all gonna get that energy. Yeah. Alright. Shit. I'm just gonna get on here and just chop it up with y'all, man. Meditated today. I pushed my meditation time to like an hour now, so I'm meditating for an hour. One thing that I'm learning through meditation is that there's certain levels that you have to reach in order for your mind to get quiet. I know a lot of people may ask about that and be like, yeah, meditation is cool, but like, all right, how do I actually get something like popping? How do I get some progress? One, you gotta be patient. Two, you gotta be persistent and disciplined. Four, you gotta study up on meditation techniques, what meditation really is, what's the purpose of it, and how can you start to practice meditation. So I want to talk about meditation today. I want to talk about meditation. I want to talk about anger. And I want to talk about distractions. So before we do that, I want to play some good vibes, yo. I don't know. I don't care if YouTube pushes me down. I don't care. Y'all gonna watch this shit anyway, damn way. So, yo, what's going on? I got two people on here. What's going on? Today we're gonna be talking about meditation, and today we're gonna be talking about anger. Right now, I'm about to play some music. And I'm gonna smoke my blunt. I smoke only as a tool now. I stopped the recreational, just smoking. I'm only gonna come in here and smoke, and I'm gonna smoke with my girl. That's our time together. Outside of that, I need to be productive. And I would expect you to influence you to do the same thing. I'll be right back. Yeah, so, yo, I'm a big fan of you. You ain't no fan of me. I don't want you to stop being a fan of me. I don't want you to be a fan of me. I don't want nobody to be a fan of me. I want you to be a fan of God, and that's inside of you. You don't need to be, if you have a favorite person you like, you need to unlike that person. Because why? You attached. You attached to materialistic things. You attached to people. You attached to relationships, and you attached to anything that's physical. You can't let it go. Whether it be mom, dad, family, cousin, nephew, your girlfriend, to an extent, you're gonna need to have some type of detachment. If you can't, you're gonna let the loss of that person or that thing that you're attached to cause you to be down on a low vibration. And you don't want that. So you have to balance. I'm not saying don't love your partner. I'm not saying to not have feelings for your partner, but understand your feelings. Feelings, my feelings have gotten me in trouble. My feelings have gotten me into relationships that cause me more strife than anything. And when I started to get into a healthy relationship, I started to bring those patterns into my relationship. And I started to reflect my hurt onto this person unconsciously. and we do it all the time to the ones we love the most. Then we look back on what we do and we be like, I'm sorry, or you come to an awareness that, wait a minute, why am I doing this? When you switch from a positive state to a negative state, you're becoming a demon. You become the devil. Anger is, and when I mean the devil, I do not mean a dude with pointy horns and colored red. I am referring to the mental energy or the spirit, the invisible. God is invisible, but he is also physical through you and me. He experiences this life through you and me, in you and in me. So when I say I'm God or I am a God, I am not the creator God of this world. I am the creator God of my world and my reality. Understand that. Even in the Bible, it says, ye are gods, children of the Most High, but ye shall die. It says that. Ye shall die. But you don't die. Your energy gets transferred. Understand that your body dies and goes back to the earth from which it came. When my dad passed away and they cremated him and they gave me back his ashes and I looked at his ashes, that's when it hit me. I was like, that's not my dad. That's just the bones crushed up. The real him is the essence and consciousness in which he holds inside of him or inside of you. That's why they say you're unconscious. So what are you? Consciousness. Pure consciousness. Knowing. Belief is a lie. Belief is what you hope to be true. Oh, I believe in Jesus. You hope that's real. You hope that's real. Or that's your ass. That's how most people feel. Am I right? Am I right? That's how most people feel. And what I said, your feelings will get you fucked up. We're in the age of Aquarius. We are no longer in the age of belief. We're in the age of information, knowledge, and knowing. I know what 1 + 1 equals. Okay. Got one person in here? Good. Good. Only need one person. Ain't nobody in here? Good. I don't need nobody in here. That's fine. I just need myself. Understand this. Oh, well, from what I'm understanding as I learn is that all this anger is nothing more than the energy. This energy feeds off of your reactions to things that you don't like. Then it starts to shows up in your life constantly, in every situation. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, you can find more things to be happy about than good. And in that shows you that your mindset is low. You have a low vibrational mindset. If the only thing that I can talk about, think about, pontificate about is negative thoughts, or when a positive thought gets presented to me, you only just knock it down with a negative possibility only because you think it's not possible. When we was taught that this life is endless possibility. It is not. Destiny is fake. Your path is not set in stone. What's set in stone is that what you think, what you believe in your heart, What you believe in your heart and think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, then eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. You unconsciously, without knowing, like your heartbeat, you don't know your heart beating, you just know it's beating. You don't know why you do certain shit, but you just do it because it's part of your rhythm now, because it's part of your subconscious programming, it's part of your matrix. And the way that you do that is with the law of rhythm. Change the rhythm. Slow down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my best. I don't know big ass words. But I study a lot. And I understand spirituality. I understand that more than religion, because religion it speaks in parables. So by the Bible being in parables, y'all take it literal. And parables aren't supposed to be taken literal. They're analogies. Analogies mainly have a deeper meaning, spiritual meaning within them to explain something broader. So let's just say, let me try to come up with something. So if I say, yo man, you know what I'm saying, these devils came and tried to get me today. That is an analogy. Devils represents low frequency people, people that are easily triggered, people that have no control over their emotions. They have no control over their 7 chakras. Their root is all fucked up. Their solar is all fucked up. What's the other one? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, purple. Red, orange, yellow. Those bottom 3 mostly, and people always fucked up. The bottom 3 is root, which is the home trauma. Orange is what you go through what you went through as a teenager. Yellow is kind of more so when you start to build your own individuality within yourself. Ego. Then green, the heart. That usually gets fucked up through heartbreaks. So niggas don't got no heart. Or like me, the reason why it's so hard for me to trust women, my mama left me when I was 3 days old. So I always had this notion woman gonna leave. Or I'll be like, fuck it, you might as well leave anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that programming is what you have to break. You have to understand that people aren't the same as the next person, and that you must give grace to people. Meaning, if you see a person walking down the street doing something, people be so worried about what other people are doing that they don't let other people enjoy their life. You don't always have to be in everybody's business. Find your own business. The best thing for you to do is to not go to a party, not go hang out with your friends. The best thing to do is sit with yourself, yo. Close your eyes and visualize your life. Just like you did when you was a kid. Just like you did when you was a kid. Just like you did when you was in classroom. You don't even want to do this life anyway, so you might as well just think about shit that you want to do. Like, I want to be the best DP in the world. So I think about those things. I move my life in such a way that that's what I put my mind on. I put my mind on, since I'm a DP, my mind is always focused on how would that look? That's a nice scene right there. Or I'm always looking at videos on Instagram with intention of getting inspiration or learning from other DPs and how they did their projects. Then I take that and I say, you know what? Let me create my own project through the information that I've gained online. Then I go and apply it. I create a concept, I create a mood board, I create a shot list, I pick the music. Once I do that, I have to find the location where I'm gonna shoot it at. And in most cases, I may need to go to the location and see how it looks. Then I need to understand what type of lighting I'm gonna use. And within my shot list, I know the framing, I know the camera movement, and I know the type of lens that I need. See, all this stuff I have, I don't have to think about. I know because it's part of my subconscious programming because I program myself with that. Versus programming myself with, yo, you know what Diddy's doing? Yo, dog, like, yo, bro, that new Playboy Cardi album out, shit trash. That shit's popping, bro. Bro. Bro, the hoes, bro. Damn, bro, I seen this hoe the other day, bro. Bad. Bad, bro. I should have talked to her ass, bro, but I was just like, shit, I don't know. Fuck it. Or, man, I fucked this bad bitch, bro. Bad, dog. She's so bad, bro. Look at that ass. Just, let me kind of share something to you. How many times have you seen an ass? Little ass, medium ass, big ass, oversized ass, BBLs, light skin, dark skin, tall, short, fat pussy, small pussy, big ass, little ass, vice versa to the niggas. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's your physical body. And everything on your physical body is a tool for you, exactly made for you. So, to the motherfuckers that have, all right, I'm gonna speak something. This may be to all my dudes out there that feel like they dick is too small. You just with the wrong bitch. The bitch not for you. Woman, that's a woman out there for you, for your dick, and she gonna come to you, and you gonna know it. So stop dwelling in negative thoughts about yourself with anything. Yo, titties little, so what? If one hanging right here and the other one hanging up there, so what? There's a nigga that's gonna love that shit. I promise you. I'm kind of bald. That's why I got a beanie on. My girl love me. And my girl bad. 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 So it doesn't matter. Ask God to send you what you need, and God will send it to you. The only thing that you need to focus on is bettering yourself and being more of a disciplined person. I'm learning that in order to be in this life and to create something, you have to learn how to take lead. And leadership is about doing what's right, not doing what you want. And I'm learning that. It's not about what I want to do. So no matter what, I'm going to be on this platform every day at 333. Not because I want to do it, because I know that within the knowledge that I have, and if I sit here and I speak, because I've done it before, when I talk to people, they end up telling me all the information. I give them some positive information, and through that, I be like, man, I could probably go on YouTube and say what I want to talk about and maybe talk about certain concepts to the best of my ability. Someone will listen and someone will gain some insight on that to help them will help them within their path. And that's what everybody's doing. Everybody really pretty much saying the same shit. That's why sometimes I'll be like, I'm only not saying that I'm only gonna say the same shit, but I'm gonna say it in my way. But it's the same thing as if you should go watch another spiritual video, which you've watched spiritual videos all the fucking time. And they tell you this, learn about your chakras. You got a pineal gland. Your pineal gland is calcified because of fluoride. All right? Nah, nigga, you got to understand that you got a conscious mind and you got a subconscious mind. And you got to understand that your pineal gland is the middle point. That's why Jesus in the whatchamacallit, he got his 12 disciples and he the 13th, because he the middle point, he the 13th. While everything runs around the clock of the circles of time, Jesus in the middle controlling all things. How many times do you need to hear that? I can spit that shit like hot water on grease, nigga. With style, too. Through what I've learned, through the teachers that I've learned, they all have swag. And I done picked up a little bit of that swag to be able to emulate that within myself. So understand that meditation, we're going to start there with spirituality. Fuck all the candles, fuck all the rocks, stones, all that shit. You don't need none of that. Because why? All of that stuff was originated in here, nigga. You got a stone, nigga. A stone right here in the middle of your brain called the pineal gland. That's a stone. That's the philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone is your pineal gland. And you have to wake it up through meditation. And when you in meditation, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to get in meditation, you need to meditate for however long you can. I will tell you, try to meditate for an hour. Start with 5 minutes. Go to 15. Go to 30. Go to an hour. Once you get past 30 minutes and you can sit in meditation for 30 minutes for a period of time, start moving to an hour. Past 2 days, I've been doing an hour. It's easy. You get more deeper and you get more clear, I found out. Found out that you need a little bit more time to get through the chatter of your mind. When you start to meditate, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to start thinking about a lot of bullshit throughout your day. Negative and bad thoughts. You need to identify those bad thoughts and say, I don't like that. That's not what I want. And start thinking about what you want. You want a better relationship? What would that look like in your mind? Make that happen in your mind. To the point where you can't do it no more and switch to something else. These thoughts are different realms and worlds that you're going to tap into at different times of your meditation. 1 minute you're thinking about this. 1 minute you're visualizing this. Then the next moment you are in a different world that, you know what, I've never seen this before. And then you may come back down and you be like, wait a minute, I was just somewhere else. All of this is within meditation. All of this is within meditation. You can travel within your mind and visit the things that you run from, like the trauma that you dealt with. You're going to have to sit and look at that. You're going to have to go through that. You're going to have to experience that in your mind, and you're going to have to say, I went through that, and that hurt me. And you may cry. And the person that did it to me, they're not here no more. They can't do it to me no more. I'm safe. I'm safe. I am safe. I am healed. I am powerful. I am God. I am protected. And you keep compounding positive thoughts, positive affirmations. The reason why you want to tell yourself more positive affirmations is because the vibrations of those positive affirmations, it's not just saying I am God, it's the vibration that you send out to the energy. Let's just say since we are children of God, and if your father is a God, what does that make you? If your father's a carpenter and he teaches you the ways of a carpenter as you grow up, eventually what will you become? A carpenter. Unless you identify that you know who you are and you can take control of the programming and say, yes, my father taught me how to do this, but since I'm God, I want to do this and master this. You can do that. You've been told that you can't do that. You can do that. Ye shall do greater works. Jesus said, ye shall do greater works. You are going to have to do better than Jesus. At least that's what I have in my mind. I gotta be better than him. That means I gotta be loving. I gotta understand how to deal with my frustrations. I gotta understand how to lead people. I gotta understand how to deal with ignorant people that are gonna look at me and gonna play. They gonna play. They gonna hee hee ha ha. They gonna be scared because they are ruled by fear. In which religion rules you under that? I meditated on that the last night when I was in bed because I meditate to sleep. You have to think, who introduced you to religion? Who told you about God first? And how was it introduced to you? And what were some things that you knew was kind of fucked up, but you never questioned it because you was told, do not question God? All 9 of y'all was told that and was programmed with that. Just like all 9 of y'all was programmed with that you need to go to school, get a job, get education, a degree, house, and a dog and a wife. Get you a 401k. Get a nice corporation. Work for a nice corporation. Work with them, stay consistent. You're gonna live a good life. You don't have to worry about nothing. You retire at 60, you're gonna have your 401k, and you're gonna get to travel when you're 60. But until then, you gotta work for this corporation so you can fill up your 401k. And regardless how good your job is, you still a slave. Can't do what you wanna do. Sometimes you don't wanna work. I don't wanna work today. I wanna go spend time with my family. Job say, what? We need you here at 9. Better be here, your ass is fired. The fuck you talking about? We got work to do. We got work to do. So they make your whole life. You ever see them people that be working them jobs and they be coming like, they be starting to realize like, wait a minute, I've been here my whole life. Damn, I could have been doing this. And they look all fucked up. Like they look like zombies. I seen a video where this employee had this spontaneous energy. We gonna get to work. We gonna do this shit one push a day at a time. He pushing the cars and he having a positive attitude. He got fired because they said his energy was too high. See, once they see that you're a leader, or when you're naturally a leader, jobs tend to kind of piss you off a little bit. Now, it's not the people. It's just the environment in which you are being told what to do all the time. It's just like with religion. If you don't do what the fuck I tell you to do, your ass getting fired. If you don't do what I tell you to do, your ass going to hell. That's pretty fucked up if you want to ask me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not a religious person. I understand Christ, energy. I know and understand what Jesus is. And I understand that within this world there's rules that we have to follow. And that we weren't taught these rules. And that we was taught to follow. We was taught to follow. So, when you're taught to follow, you're just looking at what the next person is doing. And if they're doing better than you, you feel like you should go do that. Instead of looking within and seeing, what do you know you should be doing within your natural gifts? You have gifts. You have gifts. You have a gift. You have a gift. You have something that's inside you that you can use to create because you are a creator. You are God. Generator, operator, destroyer. You generate the ideas, you operate the ideas, or you can destroy them. because you can destroy, and you can also create, and you can also operate. You're gonna need to hear this more than once. All this information that you're hearing to try and help you and understand this life, you're gonna have to hear it more than once. You're gonna have to hear it over and over because the subconscious mind learns through trauma, repetition, and symbols. Trauma, I'ma beat that ass. Symbols, that belt. Repetition, your ass getting beat all the fucking time. Am I right? Can I get an amen? You feel me? Isaac. It's me, Isaac. I know who you is. I remember you, Isaac. We used to ride BMX bikes together, huh? Drop that down in the comment if that's a yes. We used to ride BMX bikes together. A tiny God. Yes, I am a microcosm. I am the microcosm of the macro. So yes, I'm a tiny God. Once you understand that, you can become a tiny God too. You gotta become something in order to be something. You gotta start somewhere. At least I can be vulnerable enough to tell you that. But I'm not here to prove nothing to you. You know that. I'm just here to remind you and doing my part. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Which is go on here every day at 333 and speak positive about God and how it's inside of you and how that you must overcome your attachments, your addictions. And the number one addiction that you have that I learned is food. You must master that. You must master food. You must master your consumption. I hope you have a great day. Hope everyone's having a good day. I hope you learned something today, and I shall be back tomorrow. Peace.